Vyasa. But now Vyasa in this Dwapar Yuga was Krishna, this millennium, the Vyasa is Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. When you say millennium, millennium means the sum total of all the four yugas, Satyuga, Treta, Dwapar and Kali. So that is known as one millennium. So in the previous millennium, now Kali Yuga is going on of this millennium. Satyuga is over, Treta is over, Dwapar is over, and now Kali Yuga is going on. But in the previous millennium, it was Parashara Muni who was the Vyasa. In this millennium, it is Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. You cannot just say Vyasa because Vyasa is a post. Which Vyasa? Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. His appearance day is there today. He is special Vyasa. Lord himself incarnates as Vyasa. That is why Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. Because he wants to glorify his own Leela that only Krishna can do. That is why Krishna's literary incarnation is Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa of this millennium. Now, how is his lineage? Vyasam Vashishta Naptaram. He is the great grandson of Vashishta. Vashishta's son is Shakti. Vyasam Vashishta Naptaram Shaktai Popram Akalmasham. Vashishta's son is Shakti. Shakti's name is mentioned in Ramayana also. Vashishta's name is also mentioned in Ramayana. He is a Kulaguru of Prabhu Ram. Shakti's name is also there. So Vashishta's son is Shakti. Shakti's son is Parashara. Shaktahi Pautram Akalmasham Parasharatmajam Vande. And Parasharat's son is Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. And his son is Shukadev Goswami. So in this way, this mantra, this shloka, refers to the lineage of Vyasa. On our own, a living entity cannot understand what to do, what not to do. That is why Veda Vyasa, he gave Vedas. He put the Vedas into writing, seeing the Kali Yuga people. He gave Puranas, he gave Itihasas. After giving all these, still Vyasa is not very happy. So Veda Vyasa and Narada Muni's conversation is given in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Today on this auspicious day, I was just thinking how Srimad Bhagavatam is starting. That is just because of the mercy of Veda Vyasa onto us. Because Veda Vyasa is incarnated as Vrindavan Das Thakur. And every day we are serving Vrindavan Das Thakur by studying Chaitanya Bhagavat. So naturally the blessings have come from Veda Vyasa that we have to start Bhagavatam studying, self-study, because till yesterday, self-study of Bhagavad Gita was over by reading 12 verses every day. We started actually in April or May we have started, I don't know the exact date.
15th May.
Yeah, 15th May we started and we completed yesterday, that is 9th July. Every day studying 12 verses with verses and translation. Now another yatra will start. Sukhada Yatra. What is known as Sukhada Yatra? Why this is Sukhada Yatra? But this is only going to give a real arama. So this yatra will start with 20 verses of Bhagavatam plus its translation. Now we are not touching the purport because anyhow we are studying the purport, everything in Bhakti Vaibhav class. First we'll finish off with studying the whole Bhagavatam with translation, verses and translation. Now it so happened Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. You should not just say Vyasa. Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. He sat on the banks of Saraswati and he was regretting his defects. He was regretting. He was not knowing what to do. Why am I not having that happiness even after putting the Vedas into writing the writing the Puranas, writing the Itihasas? Why is it that I am not happy? So he's sitting, regretting. At that time, at that auspicious hour, Sri Narada arrives in the bank on the banks of Saraswati. At that time, Vyasadeva he welcomes Narada, who is Narada, is the greatest devotee, is one of the Mahajanas. He welcomes him, and then Narada is asking. This is from the 5th chapter of the first canto, Bhagavatam. Are you really satisfied by identifying the body and the mind as the objects of self-realization? I know you're not so happy. What has happened is your cause of unhappiness, you have fully delineated the subject of impersonal Brahman. You have projected impersonal Brahman. You have not shown the basis of impersonal Brahman. Who is the basis of impersonal Brahman? That is Krishna himself. Because Vyasa was not able to understand why he is not having that happiness. The cause of his regret is also not understood. So Narada, who knows everything, Trikala Drishti, he knows the heart of others also. He said, your work is not emphasizing on the basis of impersonal Brahman. In fact, you have delineated the impersonal Brahman, you have given many aspects. Then Vyasa says, yes, whatever you said is perfectly right. I'm not pacified. I don't know why I'm not pacified. And then he says, you know everything, O Lord. You worship the Creator, who is the destroyer of this material world, also is the maintainer of this spiritual world, also. You know the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you are traveling everywhere in these three worlds. You are like an air that can penetrate even in the internal region of everyone. That means you can penetrate in everyone's heart. Find out the deficiency in me. See, this is the nature of a true disciple. Today is Guru Purnima. Naturally, one is eager to have a guru. So when is eager to have a guru, then one should be qualified to be a perfect disciple also. And for that perfect disciple, how to be a perfect disciple? First, one should find the fault in himself or herself, and one should be eager to rectify that fault. And who is that person who is going to show us the fault? That is only Guru. So that is how Vedavyasa, he tells to Narada that you please find out the deficiency in me. You see, Vedavyasa, who is literally incarnation of Lord himself, and he is speaking like this. He is saying that because Lord wants to show even an example of a perfect disciple. Then Narada says, you have actually not broadcasted the sublime and spotless glories of the Lord. Now, whatever philosophy you have given, it is not satisfying the transcendental senses of the Lord. That means whatever we are writing, whatever we are singing, whatever we are speaking, it should satisfy Krishna. You have written everything, but that is not going to satisfy even Lord. Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas, whatever you have given, it is not having that ample description about God. You have described, no doubt, 4 principles. That is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So you have described them, but you have not described the glories of Lord. यथा धर्मादयश्चार्थः मुनि वर्यानुकीर्तितः न तथा वासुदेवस्य महिमा वर्णितः. That means you have spoken on 4 purushartha, everything you have given, but not ample description about the Supreme Personality of God. That is why he says further, These are the two powerful verses which everybody should memorize. Maybe this can also be the study course in our uh, everyday recitation of the prayers. So that you should know these two verses, how Bhagavatam evolved, how Vedavyasa gave Bhagavatam because of these two powerful verses which Narada spoke to Vedavyasa. नयद्वचश्चित्रपदं हरेर्यशो जगत्पवित्रं प्रगुणता कर्यचे तद्वायसं तीर्थमुशन्ति मानसा न यत्र हंसा निर्मन्त्युशिक्षयः न यद्वचश्चित्रपदं हरेर्यशो. Your chitrapadam is they're very decorative. What is decorative? Your vachaha, vocabulary is very decorative. But na Hare Yesho, it is not describing Lord's Yashaha, the Lord's glories. Because Lord's glory is, they can only purify or sanctify the whole universe. Jagat Pavitram Pragnata Karhichit. Make this another verse as your Swadhyay every day also. Every day one should memorize certain shlokas, chant certain shlokas. Jagat Pavitram Pragnata Karhichit. Oh, hardly you have described. Somewhere you have done, hardly you have described Lord's glories. That is why whatever you have done, these Vedas, whatever you have put in writing, they are just Vyasam Tirtham, Tad Vyasam Tirtham Ushanti Manasa. What's the meaning of Vyasam Tirtham? The pilgrimage of crows. Just see, Vedas are called as pilgrimage of crows. Whatever work Vyasa did, that is straight away called as the pilgrimage of crows. What is a pilgrimage of crows? Where does the crow live? In the dustbin. So very clearly it has been said, whatever you have done is dustbin, a big dustbin. Glorifying this devata, glorifying that devata, glorifying this karma kanda, that pothi, this pothi, all these things are only dustbin, a big dustbin. Why? No Hamsa Purusha will like to sit in that place. Nayatra Hamsa Nirmanti Ushikshaya. You have not described Lord. What is the use of your Vedas? Sometimes we feel pride. Oh, my son is studying Vedas. Is he studying Bhagavad Gita? Is he studying Bhagavatam? Then yes, we can say he is studying the essence of Vedas. But he is not studying Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. What is the use? It's only a big dustbin. And what happens? Our consciousness is also filled with dustbin. So that is why it is said here. Then Vyasa says how to rectify them. How to rectify. Tadva visargo janata viplavo yasmin pratishlokamabaddhavati api namani anantasya yeshovankitani yat shruvanti gayanti gunanti sadhavah. So tadvag visarga means create. Create such a vocabulary. Vag means create such a literature vocabulary. Janata aghaha viplavaha. Agha means since. Viplava means complete revolution, which can bring a complete revolution in the hearts of the people, which can completely uproot the sinful tendency of the people. So create such a literature in which yasmin pratishlokam abaddhavati api. Every shloka you describe Lord, even though the shloka may not be regularly composed. That means it may not be having many flowery languages, irregularly composed. Bhaktavati api. Still, namani anantasya yashovankitani. Anantasya. Krishna is Ananta. His glories is also Ananta. So in every word, you describe Krishna's glory. So what is Bhagavatam? Bhagavatam is such a literature where one's sinful tendency will be completely uprooted. So those who are taking part in this yatra, Sukhada yatra, because ultimately it is going to give happiness. Which happiness? The eternal happiness. 20 verses does not take much time, 1 hour. Dedicate your 1 hour, half One who has a practice can do it for half an hour. One who's struggling with the verses can do it for 45 minutes, 1 hour. That 1 hour of your 3 years will transform the heart because that is the power of Bhagavatam. Yes, Bhagavatam should be heard, but this self study is a anyhow we are hearing Bhagavatam every Sunday, 12 o'clock in the afternoon in Jagannath Devasthanam. Self study Swadhyaya is also going to bring revolution in the hearts. So, in this way, every verse is only glorifying Krishna. And who is taking part in this? Sadhu Purusha takes part. Shrumanti Gayanti Gunanti Sadhavaha. Only sadhus can take part. They say, I am struggling with the 16 round chanting, and when am I going to do the Swadhyaya? You can. When you sit in office, you're taking the lunch. Nowadays, everything is there in the desired what is it called? Veda basis. Veda base. Open Veda base. You can study. There is nothing like you have to sit before and do something. It's very good if you get like that. If you're not able to get that, while traveling, you can study. In your office, you can study whenever you have free time. You say, what about the chappal and the boot, what I have? That is immaterial. Even this body, when you're thinking about this chappal, this body is the most impure thing what we are carrying. Consciousness should be pure. That is most important. What we are carrying is nothing but Malamutra Sharira. With this Sharira, Krishna is allowing us to study Bhagavatam. So in your office, you can study. Search out time. Somehow search out time. I know it is difficult, but still, if one does that, Krishna provides time. So in this way, these two powerful verses are the basis for having Bhagavatam. After getting these two verses, immediately Vedavyasa, he contemplated, yes, whatever I have given in the Vedas, it is only adding fuel to the fire. Already people are suffering in a wrong identification. Though jivas are parashakti, paropi manute anartham, still what I have given is only anartha. So then Vedavyasa immediately, he condensed the Vedas into sutras. Sutras means, what is the meaning of sutra? Sutra means formulas, axioms. Then immediately Vedavyasa, after condensing this into axioms, he gave natural commentary to the Vedas. That natural commentary to the Vedas is Srimad Bhagavatam. Today is also Sanatan Goswami's appearance day. Who is Sanatan Goswami? He is Diksha Guru. When we say Sambandhadi Deva, Abhidyadi Deva, Prayojanadi Deva, there is three knowledge in whole scripture. Sambandha Jnana, Abhideya Jnana, and Prayojana Jnana. For every Jnana, there is an Adhishtan Devata, who is Krishna himself. Now, not ordinary Devata. Krishna's name is there. Radha Madan Mohan gives us Sambandha Jnana. Radha Govindji gives us Abhideya Jnana. Radha Gopinath gives us Prayojanadi Jnana. Sambandha means one should know our relationship with Lord. And then when we know the relationship, yes, I am servant of Lord, very good, wonderful. Then what to do? I have to serve him. How to serve him? Is also very important, how to serve him. So service can be done by understanding this from the spiritual master. He only teaches us how to serve. So in this way, service is given. And then what is the purpose of doing service? To get the goal of life. And what is the goal of life? To have Krishna Prema. That is the goal of life. So Sambandha Jnana is given by Sanatan Goswami. That is why he is Diksha Guru. What happens at the time of Diksha? The student does Atma Samarpana. Diksha Kale, what happens? During the Diksha, the devotee completely surrenders to the spiritual master, and the spiritual master teaches the Sambandha by giving the name. Like my name is changed to Narayani Lakshmi Devi Dasi. I am servant of Narayani Lakshmi, who is the consort of Krishna. In this way, the Sambandha is aroused. Naturally, when the Sambandha is aroused, I should also know how to serve. Then, Abhideya Jnana is taught by Rupa Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami. And then, Prayojana, what is the purpose of doing all these things? It's taught by Raghunath Goswami. So, in this way, the Shad Goswamis, among which Sanatan Goswami is the head of all, Sanatan Goswami, even Nectar of Devotion, which Rupa Goswami writes, that is offered to Sanatan Goswami, his elder brother. Now, Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami, they were high class Saraswat Brahmins and very intellectual people, very intellectual. They knew many languages and they were speaking Bhagavatam. Nawab Hussain Shah, actually, when once he asked how to construct a big tower, he had some conditions in that. Nobody could answer except these two people. So he was so impressed with Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami. They were expert in everything, right from astronomy, right from mathematical calculations, right from architecture, right from administration. They were expert. So Nawab Hussain Shah, he offered them wonderful position in their kingdom. And they both rejected because he was into all type of illicit activities and they did not want to join this kingdom. So Nawab Hussain Shah, he threatened them, if you do not join, then I will kill all the Brahmanas in the country. So out of pressure, they had to join the kingdom. Nawab Hussain Shah gave them a wonderful position. Sanatan Goswami was given the position of taking care of the treasure. Rupa Goswami became the prime minister. So in this way, they were given wonderful position and also their names were changed. Sanatan Goswami became Sakar Malik and Rupa Goswami became Dabbir Khas. Just see all Muslim names. They were not liking to work with him, but Nawab Hussain Shah always treated them like younger brothers. He loved them. But because Nawab Hussain Shah was into all atrocities, they were not liking from within. They were only waiting for an opportunity to go away from this kingdom. And what was that opportunity? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will call them. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared in Navdeep, but still he has not shown the compassionate mood. Still the Panditya mood is going on, so they were tolerating. Once they wrote a letter to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we just want to come to you. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, when right time comes, I will call you. Till the time, you serve like how a wife serves a husband very sincerely, but within the heart, she has a paramour. She has a lover. In the same way, you love me, but you act as if you are very sincere to your king. They did this. When the right time came, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called. So Rupa Goswami first went to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Before going, he had so much of treasure with him. He said a big boat filled with gold coins. 50% he donated to the missionary activity. 25% he kept for his family members. And 20 among and whatever is left, 25% he kept something with a grocery shop, and some part he took with him. They were all Tripala Rishti. After he left, Sanatan Goswami also, and now Nawab Hussain Shah came to know Rupa Goswami is left. He was in anxiety. Now Sanatan Goswami has also stopped coming to the temple, to the kingdom, the palace. So then he used to ask some reasons. He used to say, ask why is he not coming? Sanatan Goswami used to send a reason that I am not well. But how many days he will not be well? One day Nawab Hussain Shah sent his minister, go and see why he is not coming. He saw that Sanatan Goswami is perfectly well. In fact, he is sitting in the assembly of all the devotees and speaking Bhagavatam. He went and reported to Nawab Hussain Shah. He was very angry. He imprisoned Sanatan Goswami. Now, Rupa Goswami had kept some coins with a grocery shop person, grocery shop person. That person then came to the jailer and gave that money. And jailer somehow he made Sanatan Goswami escape the jail. But again, Sanatan Goswami is there in the prisoner's dress. So he cannot take the normal route to go and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he had to go via forest. He came to know that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there in Varanasi at Chandrasekhar Acharya's house. So while going via the forest, he came to a village where he met his brother-in-law, Shrikant. So many days he had been traveling, so all dadi, bedi, everything there and all is there. Shrikant immediately recognized, oh, this is my brother-in-law. So Shrikant, what he did was, he did not stop there. Sanatan Goswami did not wait in that village, but Shrikant told, you take this quilt. Shrikant also was in a very high post. He gave a very, very costly quilt. You just wrap it around your body so that nobody will understand that you are a prisoner. In this way, Sanatan Goswami goes to the house where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has stayed and he sits on the doorsteps. There Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells Acharya Chandrasekhar Acharya, just go and see one great devotee has come. Chandrasekhar Acharya opens the door, he sees there is only a mendicant who is sitting, a Muslim mendicant, because Dadi and all was there. He comes and tells to Chandrasekhar Acharya, he comes and tells to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no one is there, no devotee is there. He said, go and see again. There is a great devotee who is sitting on the doorsteps and bring him to me. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order. Chandrasekhar Acharya brought Sanatan Goswami before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, immediately Sanatan Goswami falls flat on the ground. And he says, he takes a straw in his mouth, holds it in between the teeth, and says, I am actually Adhama. I am actually an Adhama. I am not at all qualified also to come before you. But please accept me, please accept me. Find this chapter in Madhya Leela, Chaitanya Chaitamrita, 20th verse, 20th chapter, Madhya Leela. You can read this 20th chapter if you want. We have already done it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made Sanatan Goswami sit in an elevated place. He says, don't speak like this. I am purified just by seeing you. It is same like how Yudhishthira Maharaj speaks to Vidura. Bhavad Vida Bhagavata Stita Bhuta Swayam Vibho तीर्थकुर्वन्ति तीर्थानि स्वान्तस्तेन गतावृतः. You are such saint. You are carrying Krishna within your heart. You are such a saint. And whoever serves you is my pure devotee. Name bhakta sate, name bhakta saturvedi, mad bhaktaha ashvapanchaha priya, tasmai deyam tato grayam nacha sacha pujyo yatha. You are such a wonderful person. Even though a person may be expert in Vedas, but he does not know how to recognize you, then he is not a devotee. Just by touching you, just by seeing you, Toma dekhi, Toma sparshi, Gai Tomara dono, Sarvendriya Phalas, Yei Shastra Nirupana. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorified Sanatana Goswami. And then he says, Krishna has saved you from so much a big, deepest hell, Maharaurava. And Goswami says, I do not know who is Krishna, but I know that I just know you. I don't know who is Krishna. Who is Sanatana Goswami? Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is Krishna himself, the Buddha Brahma Radharani. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made Sanatana Goswami meet Tapan Mishra, Chandrasekhar Acharya. Then Tapan Mishra extended invitation to Sanatana Goswami. And Chandrasekhar made Sanatana look like a gentleman. Removed his beard, cut his hairs, took him to Ganga, brought him new set of clothes. But Sanatana Goswami did not accept the new set of clothes. He wanted to live a life like a mendicant. So once he used to go and beg, do the madhukari. Though invitation for lunch used to come, he used to go and do madhukari. Once it so happened, Sanatana Goswami was having that quilt on him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looked at the quilt. Everything is okay. You are in linen shade. Then why have? He just looked at it. Sanatana Goswami immediately understood. When I am doing madhukari, why am I wearing this costly quilt? Immediately, he took that quilt and gave to a mendicant from Bengal. And in this way, he gave that, told, you do a favor. You give me your quilt and you take this quilt. And mendicant laughed. Oh, Sanatan, oh, sir, are you playing joke with me? He said, no, I'm not joking. It's truth. Please give me your torn quilt. Mendicant means bikari, a beggar. Please give me your torn quilt and take this quilt. Sanatan Goswami came. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, where is your woolen quilt? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sanatan Goswami told that I deliberately did this. I don't want to project artificial renunciation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very, very happy. In this way, Sanatana Goswami says, oh Lord, you have protected me from the sinful life of material existence. By your desire, my last piece of material attraction also is gone. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has bestowed unlimited costless mercy onto Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, all Shad Goswamis. So we will hear Shad Goswami Ashtakam from Jumur. Chant. Jumur chant. Who is going to
Yes,
chant Shad
Mataji.
Goswami? Yeah.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Krishna.
Chant. Krishna. Start, start.
कृष्णोत्कीर्तनगाननर्तनपरौ प्रेमामृताम्बोनिधि धीराधीरजनप्रियौ प्रियकरौ निर्मत्सरौ पूजितौ
रोज गाना है।
श्रीचैतन्यकृपाभरौ भुवि भुवौ
मुझे तो पूरा आता है। तो
भारावहन्तारकौ
देखो, तो मंगला सिंह चैतन्य चैतन्य बताइए।
वन्दे रूप सनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ नानाशास्त्रविचारणैकनिपुणौ षड्धर्मसंस्थापकौ
विचार करने की
नानां हितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने
उनको भगवान
मान्यौ शरण्याकरौ
अपनी कला से
राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्द भजनान् नन्देन मत्तालिकौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ श्रीगौराङ्गगुणानुवर्णनविधौ श्रद्धा समृद्ध्यान्वितौ पापोत्तापनिकन्तनौ तनुभृतां गोविन्दगानामृतैः आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनै कनिपुनौ कैवल्यनिस्तारकौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ त्यक्त्वा तूर्णमशेषमण्डलपति श्रेणिं सदा तुच्छभात् गोपीभावरसामृताब्दिलहरी कल्लोलमग्नौ मुहुः भूत्वा दीनगणेशकौ करुणया कौपीनकण्ठाश्रितौ गोपीभावरसामृताब्दिलहरी कल्लोलमग्नौ मुहुः वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ पूजत् कोकिलहंससारसगणा कीर्णे मयूराकुले नानारत्ननिबद्धमूलवितपा श्रीयुक्तवृन्दावने राधाकृष्णमहर्निशं प्रभजतौ जीवार्थदौ यौ मुदा वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ साङ्ख्यापूर्वकनामगाननतिभिः कालावसानीकृतौ निद्राहारविहारकादिविजितौ चात्यन्तदीनौ च यौ राधाकृष्णगुणास्मृते मधुरिमा नन्देन सम्मोहितौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ राधाकुण्डतटे कलिन्दतनया तीरे च वंशीवटे प्रेमोन्मादवशादशेषदशया ग्रस्तौ प्रमत्तौ सदा गायन्तौ च कदा हरेर्गुणवरम् भावाविभौतौ मुधा वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ हे राधे व्रजदेविके च ललिते हे नन्दसूनो कुता श्रीगोवर्धनकल्पपादपतले कालिन्दिवने कुता भूषन्ताविति सर्वतो व्रजपुरे खेदैर्महाविह्वलौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ जय वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर वैष्णव ठाकुर जय वैष्णव ठाकुर जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव Hare
So,
Krishna.
Srimati, Guru Purnima to everyone. Vedavyas's Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa Vedavyas's blessings unto all of us. Let us all start Bhagavatam skill study today. Hare Krishna. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhudeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnaveभ्यो namo नमः. वैष्णव वृंद की जय।